Welcome back everybody to another Maintenance Farms video. And if you want to watch an s660's oil change, you're in the right place. We just got the combine pulled in here, got the oil all warmed up, just got done running the corn head. All we got left to do to the corn head is shake the oil in the chain housings, but other than that, that's done. And so before I go ahead and drain the oil on the combine, I gotta get 5 gallon out of this oil tray. So just to do that, just hook it up to the pump it into a bucket. So I'm gonna do that quick and then we'll drain the oil. Okay, so I just got 5 gallons out of the oil tray. Now I'm gonna go up on top of the combine and open the valve to let all the oil out. The oil is warm, so that's done. So I'll show you where that valve is. Okay, so we're up in the top now. In order to get to that valve, you have to flip this ladder up and open that door behind it. So I'll do that quick. And right down there is the valve to drain the oil out of the oil pan. So I'll do that quick. And yeah. Okay, so I opened the valve down there by the oil pan. And as you can see, it's draining into the oil pan down there. So now I'll go ahead and I'll remove the filter, which is actually right above that valve. And it's right next to all the fuel filters. So everything's easy to access on this combine, so that's real nice. So I'm up in the engine compartment now, and right there's the filter. So I'll go ahead and remove that. All right, I got a rag now, so I'll just pull it out, flip it over. All right, so I got the filter cup, whatever you want to call it. I got the filter pulled out. All this is just click out of there, just pull it straight out. I took it over to our parts washer and I cleaned it all out good. So that's good and clean. Now I got a new filter here. So I'll get that out of there. So that's the filter right there. This just right here just clicks into the top. There should be an O-ring in there, which there is. So I got an O-ring pick here. Pick off this O-ring here. Just throw that in the garbage. You want to take the old one here. You want to get a little bit of oil in your fingers and just rub some oil on it. And you're good to go. Go out down to the O-ring groove. So it's in the groove now. Little trick. So then I always take the O-ring pick and get underneath it without damaging it. And just go around and around a couple times. That's just supposed to get the twists out of it. So my dad always taught me to do, so that's what I do. Put the filter down in there. It clicks in. And then we're ready to put it back in the combine. Okay, so we're back up in the combine now. Just put it down in there. Got it in there. Tighten it up with the wrench. Doesn't need to be too tight, just snug it up. Good. And there you go, I got the oil all drained out. I'm just gonna let that drain overnight while I'm sleeping. That way it gets drained out real good. So the filter's in. Tomorrow I think I'm gonna put more oil in it, or the next day, who knows when I'll do it. But I'm gonna pull the key out. We always do that to make sure that nobody starts the combine up. Well, there's no oil in it because that's not any good for the engine. But anyways, I'll see you tomorrow morning. Okay, so it's the next day now. It's 3:30, and I spent all morning walking beans, so that's done now. But anyway, I got the valve shut on the combine, so I don't forget when I go to pour oil in it. This thing says it holds 7.3 gallons of oil. And I'm gonna put 7 in it and see where it's at on the dipstick. So right here is where we have all our oil and antifreeze, engine oil, hydraulic oil, and up there is the antifreeze. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill our oil canister up, and then I'll meet you guys up in the engine compartment. Okay, so up in the engine compartment now. Got the dipstick screwed out. Just pull this cap off. And got 2 gallons of oil in here. And I'll just dump it in. Pretty simple. Okay, so I got 2 gallons in the combine. Then I'm gonna put that 5-gallon bucket in there. I'll check back with you guys once I get that done. And then I'll check and see what the oil level is at. Okay, so I got another 5-gallon in it, so there's 7 gallon total in the combine. So I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit, and then I'll check it. Okay, so I just checked the oil in the combine, and it was right in the full mark. So I'm gonna let it run for a little bit, and then I'll check it in a little while after that. Okay, so I'm running the combine now. I'll let it run for just a little bit, and then I'll check the oil in about 20 minutes or so, and we'll have a good idea where it's at. And then we'll always check it one more time before we go to the field to make dang sure that it's ready to go. Okay, so while I wait for that combine oil to settle, I got one last thing to do to the corn head, and that's to check the oil level in these chain housings. So I'll do that quick. I'll show you how I do that. There's one on each side. Zip it out. And make sure oil comes out, which it's not. So we're gonna need a little bit of oil in there. All it takes is 80, 90. So because I got the oil checked in here, it took a little bit of oil. So all you gotta do is pull out that bottom one, and if no oil comes out, you take up that top one and squirt a little bit of oil in it until oil comes out that bottom one, which it did come out. So now I gotta do the other side because there's 2 sides, 2 chains. So I'll do that quick, and then we'll go check the oil in the combine. Okay, so I got both bolts removed now. No oil came out of that bottom one, so I'm gonna put a little bit in this top one. So I'll take some 90 weight oil, 80, 90. Squirt a little bit in there. A little bit comes out. Got to be slow on it a little bit because it's gonna take time for that bottom one to come out. It's gotta settle. So basically just do that slowly until it comes out. Okay, so it just settled enough so it's gonna come out. I'm gonna thread this in before it leaks all over the place. So there's a perfect amount in there now. Okay, so I just took the oil in the combine. It's a little bit low. So I'm gonna put our cord in it. Let that sit for another 20 minutes or so, and then we'll check it again. Alright, so I put that 1.5 quart in. It's been about an hour and a half or whatever. I had to go pick my cousin up. So I'm just gonna check the oil one more time. And it's right on the middle mark. I'll check it one more time here. All right, so it's like right in between the middle mark and the top mark, so that's good to go. We'll check it one more time before harvest. But other than that, I think that's it for the oil change. All right, so I got the oil change on the combine now, and I think that's done. We got lots of work to do on the combine still, so there's plenty of that to do. I probably won't film all that because that'll take a lot of videos to do. But anyway, got a lot of parts to do, and yeah, so if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe, and tell your friends, family about it. And I guess I'll see you guys later. Mason Farms, out.